Okay, folks, and today I'm going to do my February 2023 shopping haul part 1. So without further ado, let's begin. When shopping on Amazon and Saskatoon. Just to let you guys know. Well, we'll take a look at this for PlayStation 5. It's like a suitcase. See? It even contains this. And as you can see, there is nothing. Here's a Wingman converter, XB2, compatible with the original Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and Xbox Series S/Xbox Series X. And with this device, you can use a PlayStation, Xbox, or Switch Pro controller of any Xbox console. Oh, here we go. There's your instruction card, which it folds. And of course, stickers, from Brook. And there's the actual unit itself. It's green and black. Now I'm going to put the instructions and the stickers back in the gray box. Or rather, it's gray cardboard slip. See? Now it's time to put it back in this box. Next up, a tablet stand. Has English, French, Spanish, Italian, Dutch, German, and Japanese. Well, this is for my new PSP charger, which I'll get to in a moment. Less is more. Lamical. This is the user manual. I'm going to unfold it. Comes in English and various other languages like French, Spanish, German, Dutch, Italian, and Japanese. Tablet stand made in China, just like everything else is. Stickers, spare parts. I'll just leave them and put it back in its sleeve, which is made out of paper. And of course, the actual stand itself. See? Enough said. Next, AC adapter for the PlayStation Portable, compatible with 1000, 2000, and 3000 models. Of course, this is the actual unit, 5 volt. Should last me about a year or so. And now for the mangas, Blu-rays, and video games. Purchased from Amazon, the 3rd volume of Persona 5. The Legend of Zelda, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Nier Automata, and well, that's pretty much it. Purchased these 6 books from Kohl's. Me and Anton. This one's mine. Volume 1 of My Dress-Up Darling. Published by Square Enix Manga. Written by Shinichi Fukuda. Printed in 2020. Purchased from Indigo Books, not Kohl's. 4th volume of the Misfit of Demon King Academy. Once again, same publisher. SE Manga. I do own the 1st volume of this series. Gonna have to get volume 3 to 4 sometime soon. Or whenever I get the chance to. No, what I meant to say is Volume 3 and Volume 2. This is the 4th volume. And the last manga I picked up for myself, The Strongest Sage of the Weakest Crest, Volume 3. Once again, from the same publisher. And yes, for my most recent trip to the city, what they all have in common is the same publisher. And yes, just so you know, I plan to get Volume 2 sometime of this particular series. Printed in 2021. And as for my brother, this one's from Dark Horse Comics. Elfin Lied, Omnibus Volume 2, containing volumes 4 to 6. It's a pretty thick book. Omnibus 3 coming soon. First printed in September of 2019. Originally printed in 2002 in Japan. Speaking of an omnibus, here's another one. This one from the Impress. Puella Magi Oriko Magica. Complete Omnibus Edition. You know, the token Magica. First printed in December of 2022. No ads on the back. Just the afterword. Finally, Volume 6 of Grand Blue Fantasy. I have no idea who that character is, based on the mobile game by EBGames. Is that Zeta? I don't know. First printed in 2020. Oh, there's an ad for Glabnir, or however you say it. Now, I do have the quintessential quintuplets. Volumes 1, 2, and 3. I own that series. Beyond the Clouds. Eden Zero. And yes, I only own the first volume of Eden Zero. Sayuki, original series. Something's Wrong with Us. Living Room. Sweat and Soap. Megas of the Library, which I had to tell you. Sue and Tai-chan, Yuzu the Pet Vet, Perfect World, Night of the Ice, oh man, there's a lot of ads. Next volume preview. And that's on the 7th volume of Grand Blue Fantasy. And there you go with all the mangas. And now onto the Blu-rays. Purchases from Walmart. Mystery and the Mist edition of The Great Mouse Detective. Originally released in 2012. Originally released in 1986. Blu-ray disc. DVD disc. Love this movie, so do insiders. Now I'm going to show you the code. And yes, just so you know, it did not come with a slipcover. But whatever, it's fine. Bought from Sunrise Records, The Bad Guys. On 4K Ultra HD. And yes, just so you know, I did see this movie in theaters. Will I do the opening to this? Oh yes, definitely. With a Blu-ray version on my PS4 and the Ultra 4K version on my PS5. Now available with Shrek, Trolls, How to Train Your Dragon, Madagascar, Kung Fu Panda, and The Boss Baby. And yes, just so you know, I think The Boss Baby looks like a stinker. 4K disc? Oh wait, no. Blu-ray disc and 4K disc. And yes, just so you know, I do own Shrek on Blu-ray. And no, I don't have the desire of picking up Trolls or The Boss Baby on Blu-ray. Trolls does not appeal to me, and I do think The Boss Baby looks like a stinker, and also unappealing. But enough said. Only anime Blu-ray we picked up as an Essentials released by Funimation. In another world with my smartphone. But the main protagonist is Toya. Thank God for technology. Toya Mochizuki. Oh yeah, you know who that character reminds me of? Well, one of those characters from Dimension W. I don't know what her name is, but perhaps maybe I should do my research. There's your digital copy code. By the way, this is kind of a harem series. Takes place in a fantasy world, just like what you would expect from many isekai titles. However, I've not seen any isekai science fiction titles anywhere. Heck, not even on Crunchyroll. And there's your second disc. First disc, second disc. Oh yes, just so you know, this particular anime series did pique my interest, so I picked up a copy from Sunrise, just like The Bad Guys, on UHD Blu-ray. And now I want to do the video games now. Fire Emblem Engage from Nintendo, originally released on January 20th of 2023. And yes, speaking of Nintendo, there's Metroid Prime Remastered, which I do plan to pick up at some point. Now, the next Nintendo Switch game I'm going to show you is It's a reboot of a classic, a name that you're probably familiar with, and I've never even saw it coming. And it's, well, I can tell you this, it's a game by Taito. Here it is, Arkanoid Eternal Battle. It's developed by Microids. You know what else Microids did? That disastrous 13 remake. XIII. You know, that game originally released in 2003. Got a remaster in 2020. I'm not sure where Microids is located exactly, but maybe in Sweden, maybe? Perhaps maybe I should do some research. And there's your cartridge for Arkanoid Eternal Battle. And yes, the only Arkanoid game I own. By the way, the first 3 Arkanoid games are available on the Taito Eager 2 Mini if you have an SD card with a paddle controller, which I'll get for my Taito Eager 2 Mini at some point. Okay, now moving on. SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy from SNK. Yep, another all-female fighter, but this time on the Switch. Just like Arcana Heart. And Nitro Plus Blaster's Infinite Burst. Oh wait, no. My mistake, I meant Infinite Heroines Duel. Cartridge. Warranty inside. Next up, we have a couple of PlayStation 5 games. Valkyrie Elysium, originally released on September 29th of 2022. Also available on PS4. And possibly a reboot of the Valkyrie Chronicles series. And yes, I do own Valkyrie Chronicles 2 on my PlayStation 2. And that game supports widescreen progressive scan 480p. Disc. And limited warranty from Square Enix. And yes, I've been hearing rumors about Square Enix's bad business practices. Microtransactions I'm talking about in one of their games. I think it has to do with Chocobos. Chocobo racing on the Switch. But enough about that. Moving on now. This is Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania from Sega. Also on the PlayStation 5. Origin release in 2021. And yes, I actually do own another Super Monkey Ball game. It's on the GameCube. Super Monkey Ball 2. But that disc is pretty much scratched up to hell. And it's pretty much unreadable. And yes, with this game in mind, I can kind of live some nostalgia with the GameCube version of Super Monkey Ball. Except that's not called Banana Mania. It's the second Super Monkey Ball game. And yes, about the original Super Monkey Ball, I heard that game was originally going to be planned for the Dreamcast, but it was cancelled. Why? The early death of the Dreamcast is the reason why. But enough about that. Moving on now. This is the only PS4 game we picked up, and it's a Toho game. Gensa Wanderer Reloaded. Comes in a generic case. Published by NS America. Developed by Aquastyle. Not sure when this game was originally released. Maybe 2018, 2019? And yes, you probably know who was on the disc of that game. Her name was Rimu Hakure. This is Soul Calibur 5 on the PlayStation 3. Originally released in 2012. See that Dolby Digital logo? That's the newer one, but if you take a look on the disc, you get the older Dolby Digital logo. Kind of strange, but what can you do? No ads on the back, but I do remember seeing an ad for this game on Inversion, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And there you go, that was Soul Calibur 5 on the PlayStation 3. Next is a PSP game that I bought from Next Level. Just like the previous game, Blade Chief of Soul 4. Originally released in 2007. Oh, and look at that, I got the wrong game. It's the first Heat the Soul game, which was originally released on, well, the launch day of the PSP in North America. But that was in Japan, and only in Japan, by the way. None of the Sony Bleach games ever made it to North America or Europe, except for Soul Resurrection, which I do have on my PS3. And yes, there's about 7 entries ranging from 2005 to 2010. All published by Sony Computer Entertainment. Next up, this is what Anthony picked up. Tekken 3 on the original PlayStation. Originally released on April 29th of 1998 by Namco. And yes, this is a 3D fighting game of the Tekken series. And there's your disc for Tekken 3. Next up, an Xbox game. And this is Dead or Alive 1 Ultimate on the original Xbox. And just so you know, I also do own another Dead or Alive game. Have one on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and even one on the Sega Saturn, if you can believe it. Yeah. And getting that game was pretty damn cheap. Just like this one. Yep. Definitely want a copy of Dead or Alive on the Sega Saturn. This is a card for Kasumi, main protagonist of DOA. And here's Ayane. And, I'll tell you about Dead or Alive 2 on the original Xbox. Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate. That game supports 720p, just like this one. And, you know what the opening theme has? Take a guess. Dream On by, Aerosmith. Yeah, it's played at the beginning of Dead or Alive 2. You know, the opening movie. With a much younger Kasumi and, Ayane. Correct me if I'm wrong. And, well, that's pretty much it. But we're not done yet. And yes, bought all these games from GameStop and Next Level Games. And now to end off this video, we're going to end it off with an import haul from PlayAsia. Starting off with Sugoi Arcana Heart 2 by AQ Interactive. Originally released on April 9th of 2009. Zero B. You know what the main protagonist of Arcana Heart is? Heart, I know. And no, there is no OVA or anime adaptation of Arcana Heart, but there might be a manga adaptation, however. And yes, my brother clamors to see Arcana Heart 4 on the PS5. originally released on December 8th of 2022, and this is Shinkai Katana. I once owned this game on my Xbox 360, but gave it away in favor of this game. Published by City Connected. I meant City Connection, my bad. And Cave. Cave is the developer of the original arcade version. I forget when it was released. Oh wait, no, it's 2010 and 2011. The reboot of Pocky no Rocky, aka Pocky no Rocky Reshrined, licensed by Taito and developed by Natsume Atari, Dream Creator. Wait, no, that's the publisher. And Tango Project, is that the developer of this game? Once again, Zero B. Cartridge. And yes, you'll notice something about these Japanese Switch games. No hole. Just all straight. Since most of the games Anthony picked up on December 26th of 2022, all of them have a 0B rating. This is the exception. 0A. I forget what the name of this game is called. But I'll go look it up on PlayAsia. Published by EBS. Developed by Starfish. And there's the cartridge of the game. So, there you have it. So, that was my February 2023 shopping haul, part 1. And I'll see you all when I do part 2, either by the end of this month or the beginning of March. And I hope you guys take care out there. And ta-ta for now. See you all later. Ta-ta.